Judge Turner Stevens.
Come up, Ms. Stevens.
She's in your jury box, Judge. And I understand that there was a bond violation report submitted. So we want to address it,
Okay.
share with the court what's going on. I believe the allegation is that she was to report on the day before Thanksgiving to give a UA, and she was out of town, so she did not report and let me know where she was. So she's here today.
If I ever call you to take a test and you fail to go, I will revoke your bond and put you in custody. Do you understand? It's unacceptable. You have bond conditions. You're supposed to live up to those conditions. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. I will not give you another pass. I am sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to make sure that you're not using. But I don't care if you're in Abu Dhabi. There are certain conditions for you to follow. You're supposed to let us know if you go somewhere so that we know. But you can't just go and expect good things when you. So I will continue your bond now. I am sending you for a drug and alcohol test, but you're now on notice. If you miss again, that's it. You understand, man?
Who do I call?
Your lawyer,
Okay,
Mr.
so
Brooker, can always talk to me and we can talk about if you're going somewhere, you know, how we go forward.
And Judge, FYI, I believe Ms. Stevens did attempt to call me. My office was closed the day before Thanksgiving, so I didn't speak with her until afterward.
You can't expect, if you're going out of town on Wednesday, don't call it Tuesday, 6 o'clock at night and expect something. He's got a life as well. You know, it's not his fault. You, if you know you're going somewhere, you have to give him and us advance notice. That's it. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks. Please, man, just take a seat.
Is she okay to sit out in the gallery,
Yeah,
Judge?
for
Okay.
sure.
You got your things? Okay. Judge, I have one more.
Yes.
Tristan Smith. Now, Mr. Smith was on docket yesterday. I came in, I didn't see him.
He didn't come in.
I know he did not. I did. And then I came back afterward, but docket was over at that point. This is the one, he's 17 years old. There was the issue at his home. His grandmother no longer wanted him there. And so he didn't have anywhere to go.
I remember.
That long discussion, yes, sir. I understand he's been staying with a friend, but he told me that he's been sleeping outside for the last few days. And that he could not get here. He had no transportation. I've been talking to him for the last 2 days. I told him to Zoom in, and if you were unable to make it, then at least Zoom in and let the judge see you, and judge will have to make his ruling.
I need him here.
I understand.
Drug test. He's not here. So
Understood.
I've already given him one pass. Can he get here to take a drug test today?
I doubt it, Judge. I mean, I've been talking to him all morning since I've been working. He just doesn't have the means. And at this point, doesn't have a place to live is what he's telling me.
Mr. Smith. Tristan Smith.
Hello?
Tristan Smith.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I am disappointed in your behavior now, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
You have bond conditions that you are supposed to live up to. You have failed to live up to those conditions.
Yes, sir.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a courtesy to come here on Monday to come take a drug and alcohol test.
Okay.
If you fail to come on Monday, then I'm going to revoke your bond and I will
Yes, sir.
issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
You, Mr. Smith, have to understand you probably don't have anyone in life that is prepared to bond you out of jail if you go there. You need to keep this in mind. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can make it here to downtown to take a test. It's not a matter if you can, it's if you want to. You can find away. And I
Right.
expect you to do it on Monday.
Sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me make one more thing abundantly clear to you. If you ever miss another drug and alcohol test, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
That's it. I'm not going to entertain any more excuses. I don't. That's it. Okay. All right. So on Tristan Smith, SFBF Monday, must be here. And on Stephen, just a normal reset, pending results, I guess. So if it comes back, then hopefully we're sending her for a, no, we'll just send her on her way. If it's dirty, then we'll deal with it next week. Which I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I ordered him to go take a drug test. You failed to do it. You didn't do it. There are consequences for action, dude.
I went. I just couldn't go.
He was there, he just couldn't.
I
use the
stayed till
bathroom.
5 o'clock.
They give you water. There's no reason why you can't go. I had a lady the other day, she had 5 bottles of water to be able to go. She was there for 4 hours. There's no reason why you can't.
I asked for water. They told me there's a water fountain that didn't really work on the 5th floor.
Judge, we know what the outcome of the drug test is going to be. He has not, he's been forthcoming with me from day one about that. And he does have a probation in writ court pending as well. And I
He's
think
still using Kavita. It's unacceptable. And I can't just let him go because he's just going to continue to use, he's going to continue to do what he wants to do. And it doesn't work like that. You've done nothing on your probation. I ordered you to go take a drug test. You didn't do it. There are consequences to action. And he now goes with you.
I understand, Judge, he is possibly going to go to SADF on writ court.
I think that's exactly what we need. No, that's what we need. And I'm going to tell you now, I will not let you go. I can keep you for the next 3 years until you come clean. We will continue to dance together. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Does he?
I'm not running from anything. I mean, I don't mind going to take a test right now. I just
Ship had
couldn't
sailed,
go.
Mr. Morales. Gave you the opportunity. That ship sailed. I gave you the opportunity on this DWI. I've given you multiple chances. You have literally done 0 while you've been on this probation. So, you want a back rub too?
I'm not asking for any leniency.
In life, when you put your heart and soul into it, you can achieve damn near anything. That's what's so great about this country. You don't live in other places where you don't even have internet. You can do anything you want. Mind over matter. I've given you chance, I've given you after chance, and you've repeatedly failed and you continue to use. Now I do it my way. Goes with you. Sorry, Kavita.
Judge, but he's probably going to go through the treatment in SADF. There's some pending stuff that they're waiting to get him into that program.
Yeah.
And I'll follow up with the felony probation as well. In regards to his probation here, if he goes to SADF, are you going to unsat term him?
No. I'm keeping him. I want to know how the setup goes. And then I want to continue with the aftercare. Because he'll go to SATA for however long it is, assuming he completes his successfully does it, he gets into aftercare and we maintain hands on him until aftercare is completed. If he completes it, if he doesn't, right back to SATA for once again. We just did it with someone else, right? And we're gonna continue to do it until he's clean. We're gonna beat it, and one just beats the right end.
But I take it I can't work something out with the state. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, I've got Jared Matthew Romero. He's on a DWI PTI. He's completed just about everything on there except for the restitution, and that's why PTI is asking for a 6-month extension.
Romero, come up.
He had $3,846.35 in restitution. He has $2,200 of it. He's in the,
Paid or
well, he saved up because they want it all in one payment. So he has 2,200 saved. So he
how
only
do
needs,
you know?
I'm sorry?
How do you know?
That's what PTI reported on their email, Judge. That's what they're telling me.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. I think it was, you might have been CC'd on it, but if not, I can forward it to you. But I sent it to Victoria.
You want to go to jail. You're begging for it. I'm telling you, you're begging for it. You're not in compliance. And when people don't comply, we have one, I mean, you just saw what happened.
John.
Judge, he was in an accident, so he was out of work for a while. He's also in the Marine Corps Reserves. So that's where he's drawing payment or pension or whatever. But I mean, he's trying. He's only 1,600 away. I mean, they were asking for 4,000. Nobody has 4,000 just to cough up right away.
I get it, Joe, and I'm with you. But what I would like to see is a faithful monthly or bi-weekly payment into some kind of registry
Okay.
so that we know he's serious about completing it. I'm just not going to reset it for 6 months
Right.
and for hopes and prayers and gumdrops and dreams that he gets it done. We've tried that. We've given him an entire year, right? Or at least, I mean, it's 587 days. We're
Right.
still, I'm not doing that. Now I have to micromanage, right? Because you're not able to do it on your own. So let's figure out, you tell me what is a good amount bi-weekly that he can put into some kind of registry so we know he's serious. And Joe, I'm not asking for hundreds and thousands, right? But
Right.
something reasonable so that we know he's serious. The next time you fail me, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
John.
I don't know how else to put it to you, but I'm going to tell you now, a DWI conviction is completely going to hose you for just damn near anything. I have people that come here that tell me they can't get an apartment because they get a DWI. They can't go to Canada because they have a DWI. They can't get a loan for a house because they have a DWI. They want to go to Cash Pawn America to get speedy cash, denied. So it really does affect you, not to mention how much your insurance is going to skyrocket. It's stupid silly how bad a conviction will hose you. So I guess just let me know what you think, you know.
Because he's done everything else, the classes and everything else.
Great.
This is the only hangup, is the money.
Great. So I just want to, let's find what's reasonable, Joe, and I'm down. I'm going to give you the time. Right. It's not a question. But I want a good faith effort on his part that he's actually paying, not just a hope for it and set off 6 months. So you let me know, and I'm happy to do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Hey,
Joe. Hi. You speak English, ma'am? Thank you. Ma'am, you were charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each of those cases. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On November 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance, an unknown weapon call for service. Upon arrival, the officers met with 2 complainants and a witness who advised that the defendant is their cousin. The first complainant advised that after the defendant called her downstairs, the defendant pulled her hair and pulled her to the ground. The defendant then assaulted the first complainant with a closed fist multiple times on the left and right side of her head, causing pain. The second complainant advised that after she saw the defendant kicking the first complainant's head, she attempted to stop the defendant. However, the second complainant was hit from behind by a second defendant with a closed fist on the left side of her face, and then proceeded to get assaulted by both the defendant and a second defendant, causing her to feel pain. The witness stated he was hit by the second defendant when he observed both complainants getting assaulted and attempted to separate the parties from fighting. The witness advised he saw the first defendant hitting both complainants with a closed fist and kicking them in the head and on the body. The defendant admitted to assaulting the complainants, and the officer observed visible swelling and markings on the complainant's faces.
Is your co-defendant?
I couldn't see anything connected, Judge. when I
No,
looked
Your Honor, there's no
yesterday.
connected cases, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
so I spoke to one of the complainants yesterday because the other one only speaks Spanish, so I can only speak to one of them. And she told me that for some reason, the police only filed charges on this defendant because she admitted to it. I believe is what happened, but also, Judge, I just wanted you to be aware that there were like major injuries sustained by the witness and one of the complainants, and they were all
bad?
checked out by HFD and all were checked out by HFD and 2 were transported to Memorial Hermann Hospital Southeast for further evaluation.
I mean, serious bodily injury to where a felony can be filed?
It depends, I need to request the medical records, Judge.
Was alcohol or drugs, did that play a part?
Not from what I'm aware of, Judge. It just seems like the defendant came to their father's home, which is where the complainants were, and then demanded that one of the complainants come outside and then she started beating on her.
Is there a familial relationship? Because it's charged as just an assault. Was it a
So-
family member?
So the 2 complainants and the witness are all siblings, and they're cousins with this defendant and
Yeah.
the 2 others that were involved on the other end.
Yeah.
So it is a family relationship, Judge. The complainant does want no contact and to restriction.
Okay. Ms. Moreno, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have contact with any of the complaining witnesses in this case. Do you understand? I'm ordering you not to go back to this location, and I'm ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. How old are you, ma'am? You are 17 years old. Are you a United States citizen? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm telling you now, I'm going to put you in jail. If you don't have anyone to pony up 5,000 to 10,000, you're going to be stuck in jail. I don't want to have to do that, but I want you to understand that I'm going to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand? You know what? I'd like to send her for a drug test right now. I'm sending you for a drug test. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? I'm going to have you go take a drug test. We're going to have you come back, and then I'm going to have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. Do you understand? Come back, because if you don't, I will issue a warrant, man. Okay, just take a seat, man. Good morning, Mr. Fan. So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On November 27th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, where they met with the complainant, the defendant's wife, who stated she and the defendant had been sitting in the living room talking about the defendant taking money out of her bank account without her permission. The complainant stated she started cursing at the defendant, and the defendant lost his temper and slapped the complainant in the face on her right cheek with an open hand, causing pain. The defendant admitted to slapping the complainant because they were arguing and he lost his temper.
All right, Mr. Fan, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Guys, do we know if she wants to have contact with him? Anyone?
The rip was performed and contact is okay, Your Honor. And furthermore, based on the rip, the complainant stated that no residential restriction is needed as she's staying with her friends.
Okay. Mr. Phantom, well, she's staying with friends. Does that mean that she doesn't have contact?
Well, she said that contact is okay, she's fine.
Mr. Fan, I want you to understand that a protective order has been issued in this case. Get to know it, because if you violate this protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up. Do you understand? As it stands now, I typically order no contact unless they want contact, but I am ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think it is. It's what she perceives. Do you understand?
Sir.
You're not to have any weapons as well.
Sir.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here. We'll have you initial this. protective order. After that, we'll send you on your way. Do not pick up any new cases, because I'm telling you now, I'm going to protect my county in every way that I can. You understand? All right. So if you can file no threatening, harassing, and then no weapons,
Yes,
please.
Judge.
All right. All right. I'm going to have you sign a reset, and then if we got to find.
We'll have to have them on the first.
All right. We'll have you sit in the pew while we wait for your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign our other bond conditions, sir.
Can I ask a question? Can I sign it because my pocket ticket also expire?
Say it again.
My pocket ticket, it expire.
It's gonna be a while, so what I'll ask you to do is leave me the cell phone on the edge of the desk, go pay your parking and come right back up.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just come back, because if you don't come back, I'll issue a warrant.
Yes.
Understand? Okay.